Welcome to our exploration of Stoicism, a timeless philosophy that has shaped the lives of some of history's greatest thinkers and leaders. Imagine living a life where challenges don't overwhelm you, where happiness isn't dependent on fleeting external circumstances, and where each day feels purposeful and deeply fulfilling. It might sound like an unattainable ideal, but this way of living is entirely possible through the practice of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy offers profound yet practical wisdom that helps us cultivate inner peace, build resilience, and navigate the complexities of life with clarity and strength. In today's video, we'll take you through 13 foundational Stoic principles that have stood the test of time. These principles hold the power to reshape your mindset, guide your decisions, and ultimately lead you to a happier and more balanced life. But this isn't just about abstract philosophy. We'll also show you how to integrate these ideas into your daily routine with simple, actionable steps. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed by stress, uncertain about the future, or simply seeking ways to enhance your overall well-being, Stoicism offers a transformative path forward. Join us on this journey to unlock the secrets of lasting happiness and learn how to thrive in a world full of challenges. To fully appreciate the power of Stoicism, it's essential to first understand its origins and core philosophy. Stoicism emerged in ancient Greece during the Hellenistic period, founded by Zeno of Citium. Over time, it evolved and flourished in Rome, profoundly influenced by the writings and teachings of three great philosophers: Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, known for his meditations on virtue and leadership; Epictetus, a former slave whose insights into personal freedom and self-mastery resonate to this day; and Seneca, a statesman and playwright whose letters provide a practical guide to living a meaningful life. At its heart, Stoicism is a philosophy of action and reflection. It teaches that while we cannot control the external events of life, we can master our responses to them. By focusing on what lies within our power, our thoughts, actions, and choices, we cultivate resilience and find peace amid uncertainty. Stoicism encourages us to live in harmony with nature, which means understanding our role as rational beings and aligning our actions with our values and purpose. What makes Stoicism so enduringly relevant is its practicality. Unlike abstract or purely theoretical philosophies, Stoicism provides a clear framework for navigating real-world challenges. It equips us with tools to handle stress, adversity, and even mundane frustrations with grace and clarity. By adopting Stoic principles, we can transcend the chaos of daily life and cultivate an unshakable sense of inner peace. Now that we've laid the foundation, let's delve into the 13 timeless principles of Stoicism and discover how they can be seamlessly integrated into your daily life. Focus on what you can control. At the core of Stoicism lies one of its most profound and empowering teachings: the dichotomy of control. This principle, famously articulated by Epictetus, challenges us to distinguish between what we can influence and what lies beyond our power. The philosophy invites us to redirect our energy, attention, and emotions toward areas within our control, such as our thoughts, actions, and responses, while letting go of concerns over things we cannot change, like the opinions of others, unforeseen events, or the outcomes of our efforts. By mastering this distinction, we can free ourselves from unnecessary anxiety and frustration. This concept is not merely philosophical. It's a highly practical approach to living. Imagine starting or ending each day with a simple exercise, writing down your worries and categorizing them. Some concerns might involve issues you can address, like completing a task or improving a relationship. Others, such as the reactions of others or random setbacks, are entirely out of your hands. By consciously focusing on what you can influence, you not only conserve mental energy, but also foster a sense of empowerment and clarity in your life. History offers powerful examples of this principle in action. Admiral James Stockdale, a prisoner of war during the Vietnam War, relied heavily on Stoic teachings to endure his captivity. Despite being subjected to unimaginable hardships, Stockdale survived by concentrating on his internal responses. his mindset and actions, rather than succumbing to despair over circumstances he couldn't control. His story illustrates the incredible strength that comes from focusing on what truly lies within our power. In daily life, this practice can bring about remarkable change. Instead of worrying about whether your plans will go perfectly or whether others will appreciate your efforts, you can center your attention on doing your best and acting with integrity. Over time, this shift in focus cultivates resilience and peace of mind, proving that by mastering what we can control, we master our lives. Practice voluntary discomfort. Resilience is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, and one of the most effective ways to build it is through the practice of voluntary discomfort. This principle teaches us to deliberately step out of our comfort zones and expose ourselves to small, manageable challenges. By doing so, we train our minds and bodies to endure hardships with greater ease and grace. The idea is not to seek suffering for its own sake, but to develop the mental toughness and self-discipline required to face life's inevitable difficulties without fear or hesitation. In our modern world, we are surrounded by convenience and luxury, often shielded from discomfort. While this ease can bring temporary pleasure, it can also make us less adaptable and more vulnerable to adversity. Practicing voluntary discomfort helps reverse this trend by reminding us of our inherent strength and capacity to endure. For instance, you might choose to skip a daily luxury, such as taking a cold shower instead of a warm one, fasting for a meal, or walking instead of driving. These small, intentional acts of discomfort build resilience while also fostering gratitude for the comforts we often take for granted. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest practitioners, exemplified this principle in his own life. As a Roman emperor, he had access to immense wealth and indulgence, yet he consistently practiced self-discipline and avoided unnecessary luxuries. He believed that training oneself to live without certain comforts was not only a way to strengthen character, but also a reminder of how little we truly need to live a good life. The benefits of practicing voluntary discomfort go beyond resilience. By intentionally stepping into discomfort, you cultivate a mindset that welcomes challenges rather than avoiding them. This proactive approach builds confidence and prepares you to face larger adversities with a calm and composed spirit. In the process, you'll also gain a deeper appreciation for life's simpler pleasures, realizing that happiness is not tied to excess, but to strength, gratitude, and self-mastery. Cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool for transforming how we perceive and experience life, and it holds a central place in Stoic philosophy. Seneca, one of Stoicism's most eloquent thinkers, often emphasized the importance of appreciating the gifts life offers. According to him, contentment is not found in accumulating more, but in recognizing and valuing what we already have. Gratitude is the lens that shifts our focus from scarcity to abundance, helping us see that happiness lies not in external possessions, but in the mindset we cultivate. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to fixate on what we don't have. The next promotion, a bigger home, or some idealized future state. This constant striving can leave us feeling perpetually unsatisfied. Practicing gratitude interrupts this cycle. By taking time each day to reflect on the good things in our lives, we anchor ourselves in the present moment and cultivate a sense of fulfillment. A simple yet effective practice is keeping a gratitude journal. Each evening, take a few minutes to jot down 3 things you're thankful for. These can be as significant as a loving relationship or as simple as a warm cup of coffee on a cold day. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to notice and appreciate life's blessings. The benefits of gratitude extend beyond the philosophical. Modern psychology has extensively studied its effects, consistently finding that gratitude improves mental health, enhances relationships, and increases overall happiness. Research shows that people who regularly practice gratitude experience lower levels of anxiety and depression and report greater satisfaction with their lives. It is a reminder that even amidst challenges, there is always something to be thankful for. Seneca's reflections on gratitude are timeless, urging us to value the present and find joy in the small, often overlooked moments. When we adopt this Stoic approach to gratitude, we not only foster contentment, but also build resilience. Gratitude shifts our focus from what's missing to what's meaningful, creating a foundation for a happier, more peaceful life. By making this practice a daily habit, you can transform your perspective and find richness in every moment. Live according to nature. Living according to nature is one of the most profound and guiding principles of Stoicism, rooted in the belief that true fulfillment comes from aligning our lives with both the rational aspects of our human nature and the greater order of the universe. For the Stoics, this meant living virtuously, embracing reason, and understanding our interconnectedness with the world around us. It is about recognizing our unique role as rational beings capable of self-reflection and ethical action, while also appreciating our place within a larger, harmonious system. At its core, this principle invites us to consider whether our actions are in harmony with our deeper values and purpose. Are we acting in accordance with reason, kindness, and integrity? Are we contributing to the greater good, or are we succumbing to selfishness, fear, or anger? Living according to nature doesn't imply a return to simplicity in a material sense, but rather a commitment to aligning our thoughts and actions with the principles of virtue and reason that define our higher selves. This idea is beautifully illustrated in the writings of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor who spent his life contemplating how to live in harmony with both his personal values and his duties to society. Each day, he meditated on his actions and choices, asking whether they aligned with the natural order and his role as a leader, a philosopher, and a human being. His reflections serve as a timeless example of how we can strive to live authentically and meaningfully by staying true to our nature. In practice, living according to nature can be as simple as dedicating a few moments each day to self-reflection. Spend 10 minutes at the end of your day reviewing your actions and asking yourself whether they aligned with your core values. Did you act with patience, fairness, and reason? Were your decisions guided by virtue or by impulse? This practice not only fosters greater self-awareness, but also helps to ensure that your life reflects the principles you hold dear. When we live according to nature, we find peace in the knowledge that we are acting in harmony with our true selves and the world around us. This alignment brings a sense of purpose and balance, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with clarity and strength. By committing to this Stoic principle, we unlock the wisdom to live authentically, with integrity, and in connection with the larger natural order of existence. Remember memento mori, remember death. Reflecting on mortality, far from being morbid or grim, is one of the most liberating and empowering practices in Stoic philosophy. The phrase memento mori, remember that you must die, reminds us that life is finite and precious. By acknowledging the inevitability of death, we are compelled to live more intentionally, to focus on what truly matters, and to let go of trivial worries that often consume our time and energy. This principle doesn't aim to instill fear, but to cultivate clarity, gratitude, and a deeper appreciation for the present moment. In a world where we often distract ourselves from the reality of our mortality, this practice grounds us in the truth that our time is limited. When we embrace this perspective, we begin to see each day as a unique and irreplaceable gift. We're reminded to nurture our relationships, pursue meaningful work, and live authentically instead of delaying our happiness or focusing on superficial pursuits. The awareness of life's fragility becomes a call to action, a reminder to make the most of the time we have. The Stoic philosopher Seneca emphasized the importance of contemplating death as a way to enhance life. He argued that by regularly reflecting on our mortality, we strip away the fear of death and free ourselves to live boldly. Seneca's writings encourage us to view death not as a distant event to be avoided, but as an integral part of life itself, one that gives shape and urgency to our existence. This reflection allows us to cherish each moment, recognizing its fleeting beauty. In practical terms, adopting memento mori can be as simple as starting your day with a question. If today were my last, what would I prioritize? This exercise shifts your focus to what is truly meaningful, whether it's spending time with loved ones, expressing gratitude, or addressing unresolved matters. It also helps you identify and eliminate distractions, allowing you to live with greater purpose and clarity. By remembering our mortality, we gain the courage to live fully and without regret. This practice urges us to stop postponing joy, to make peace with those we love, and to embrace life's fleeting nature. When we view death not as a loss, but as a natural conclusion, we free ourselves to experience life in its entirety, vivid, unpredictable, and profoundly beautiful. Through memento mori, Stoicism invites us to transform the inevitability of death into a source of inspiration, motivating us to live a life of virtue, meaning, and fulfillment. Embrace amor fati, love your fate. The concept of amor fati, or love your fate, is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and a profound approach to life's challenges. Far more than mere acceptance, amor fati encourages us to actively embrace everything that happens to us, both the joyous and the painful, as necessary and meaningful parts of our journey. This mindset transforms obstacles into opportunities for growth and adversity into a chance to cultivate resilience and wisdom. It is an invitation to view life's unpredictability not with resistance, but with gratitude, trusting that every event, no matter how difficult, plays a role in shaping who we are. At its essence, amor fati is about aligning our perspective with the reality of the world. Life is filled with unexpected twists and turns, some of which may initially seem unfair or unbearable. However, when we resist or resent these experiences, we create suffering for ourselves. In contrast, by embracing our fate, we free ourselves from this unnecessary struggle. Challenges become valuable lessons, failures turn into stepping stones, and even losses carry the potential for newfound strength. This philosophy teaches us that while we may not control what happens, we always control how we interpret and respond to it. Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest practitioners, exemplified this mindset in his Meditations. As a Roman emperor, he faced constant adversity, from political betrayal to personal loss. Yet he viewed these hardships as integral to his growth as a leader and a philosopher. Rather than lamenting his circumstances, he sought to find meaning in them, using each difficulty as a test of his character and a chance to practice virtue. His life serves as a powerful reminder that embracing fate does not mean passive resignation. Instead, it is an active and courageous choice to make the best of every situation. In daily life, amor fati can be practiced by reframing setbacks as opportunities. When faced with disappointment or difficulty, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this situation help me grow? By shifting your perspective in this way, you cultivate a mindset of resilience and adaptability. Even in the smallest inconveniences, like traffic delays or unexpected changes in plans, can become moments to practice patience and flexibility. The beauty of amor fati lies in its ability to transform our relationship with life. By loving our fate, we find peace in the present moment and strength to face the future, no matter what it holds. This practice allows us to see the interconnectedness of events, recognizing that everything contributes to our development in some way. It liberates us from the burden of wishing for a different reality and empowers us to embrace life as it unfolds, with all its complexities and imperfections. Through amor fati, we learn to live with grace, gratitude, and an unshakable sense of purpose. Develop self-discipline. Self-discipline is at the heart of Stoic philosophy, a guiding principle that emphasizes mastery over our desires and impulses as the true path to freedom. For the Stoics, discipline wasn't about rigidly denying oneself pleasure, but about cultivating control and moderation to live a life aligned with virtue and purpose. They believed that without self-discipline, we become slaves to fleeting emotions, external temptations, and destructive habits, ultimately losing the ability to act in accordance with our higher values and goals. This principle teaches us that true freedom is not the absence of restraint, but the ability to govern ourselves with clarity and intention. In a world filled with distractions, constant notifications, endless entertainment, and the lure of instant gratification, self-discipline becomes even more essential. It allows us to prioritize what truly matters, to focus on long-term fulfillment rather than momentary pleasure, and to navigate life with a steady and purposeful mind. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher and statesman, often wrote about the importance of moderation in all aspects of life. He encouraged practicing restraint, not as a form of deprivation, but as a way to strengthen our will and maintain balance. Whether it was in diet, wealth, or daily routines, Seneca believed that excess often led to dissatisfaction and chaos, while discipline brought harmony and inner peace. His reflections remind us that discipline is not about denial. It is about freedom from being controlled by our impulses. Incorporating self-discipline into daily life can begin with establishing a consistent morning routine. This practice doesn't have to be elaborate, but should include activities that ground and focus you, such as mindfulness, exercise, or a few moments of quiet reflection. Starting the day with intention sets the tone for the hours ahead, helping you approach tasks with greater clarity and purpose. Over time, these small, disciplined habits accumulate, fostering a sense of control and self-respect that permeates every area of your life. The benefits of self-discipline extend beyond personal growth. It enhances our relationships, improves decision-making, and equips us to handle challenges with poise and resilience. By mastering our impulses, we gain the freedom to act in ways that align with our values, rather than being swayed by fleeting emotions or external pressures. Stoicism teaches that self-discipline is not a restriction, but a liberation, a way to live authentically and intentionally, guided by reason and virtue. As we develop this inner strength, we unlock the ability to create a life of purpose, integrity, and true fulfillment. Seek wisdom constantly. The pursuit of wisdom is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, rooted in the belief that understanding the world, ourselves, and our place within it is a lifelong journey. For the Stoics, wisdom wasn't merely an abstract concept reserved for philosophers. It was the practical foundation for living a virtuous and fulfilling life. Wisdom guided decisions, provided clarity in moments of uncertainty, and served as a compass for navigating the complexities of human existence. To seek wisdom is to commit to growth, to remain curious, and to strive continuously for a deeper understanding of what it means to live well. This principle emphasizes that wisdom is not something we achieve once and for all, but an ongoing process of learning, questioning, and reflecting. It encourages humility, reminding us that there is always more to learn, and that even our firmly held beliefs may need to be challenged or refined. By adopting this mindset, we remain open to new perspectives and insights, enriching our understanding of the world and our ability to make thoughtful choices. Epictetus, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, advised his students to always question, observe, and seek understanding. He believed that ignorance and arrogance were the greatest obstacles to living a virtuous life, and that wisdom required both effort and honesty. To Epictetus, wisdom was not about accumulating knowledge for its own sake, but about applying what we learn to live with greater purpose, integrity, and compassion. In our daily lives, the pursuit of wisdom can be as simple as dedicating time each day to reading, learning, or reflecting. Set aside 30 minutes to engage with thought-provoking material, whether it's a book, an article, or meaningful conversation. Choose topics that challenge your perspective, deepen your understanding, or inspire you to grow. The act of seeking wisdom doesn't require perfection. It requires consistency and an open heart. This practice also extends beyond formal learning. Wisdom can be found in observing the world around us, listening to others with empathy, and reflecting on our own experiences. By approaching life with curiosity and a willingness to learn, we cultivate a mindset that is both resilient and adaptable. Over time, this commitment to growth strengthens our ability to face challenges, connect with others, and find meaning in even the smallest moments. The Stoics believed that wisdom was the greatest virtue, the foundation upon which all others, courage, justice, and self-discipline, were built. By seeking wisdom constantly, we align ourselves with this timeless philosophy, embracing life as an opportunity to grow, to question, and to contribute meaningfully to the world. In doing so, we not only enhance our own lives, but also inspire others to join us on this journey of discovery and self-improvement. Act with justice and fairness. Justice and fairness lie at the heart of Stoic philosophy, forming a cornerstone of the virtues that guide a well-lived life. To the Stoics, justice is more than a set of rules or societal expectations. It is a moral imperative to treat others with respect, kindness, and impartiality. It is the recognition of our shared humanity and the understanding that our actions, however small, have the power to uplift or harm those around us. By acting with justice, we not only strengthen our relationships, but also contribute to the greater harmony of society, finding a deeper sense of purpose in serving the common good. This principle urges us to consider the impact of our actions on others, reminding us that fairness is essential for building trust and fostering meaningful connections. Stoicism teaches that every individual, regardless of their status or circumstances, is deserving of respect. This commitment to justice extends beyond grand gestures. It is reflected in the way we listen to others, honor our commitments, and show empathy in daily interactions. Treating people with fairness is not about perfection, but about striving to uphold integrity in all that we do. The Stoics understood that justice begins with self-reflection. To ensure that our actions align with our values, they advocated for regular introspection. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on your choices and interactions. Were your decisions guided by fairness and respect? Did you act with kindness, even when it was difficult? This practice not only strengthens your sense of accountability, but also helps you identify areas for growth, fostering a deeper commitment to living virtuously. In the writings of Marcus Aurelius, we see the profound emphasis placed on justice as a guiding principle for leadership and life. As a Roman emperor, he faced immense challenges, yet he continually sought to act with fairness and compassion. He reminded himself to serve not his own interests, but those of the people he governed, striving to embody the virtues of justice in every decision. His example shows us that justice is not about personal gain, but about contributing to the welfare of others. When we act with justice and fairness, we cultivate trust and goodwill, not only in our personal relationships, but also in the broader community. This commitment to fairness reinforces our sense of purpose and aligns our actions with the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with others. By striving to act justly, even in small ways, we become a force for positivity and balance in the world. In the process, we discover that fairness is not just a virtue, it is a source of strength, connection, and enduring fulfillment. Detach from external validation. One of the most liberating principles of Stoicism is the idea that true happiness and fulfillment come from living in alignment with our values, rather than seeking the approval or validation of others. The Stoics recognize that relying on external praise or recognition for our sense of worth is a fragile and unstable foundation for happiness. Such dependence places our emotional well-being in the hands of others, leaving us vulnerable to disappointment, criticism, or neglect. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to look inward, to cultivate a sense of self-worth rooted in our own integrity and actions. This principle is particularly relevant in today's world, where social media and societal expectations often amplify the pressure to seek external validation. The constant need for likes, comments, and acknowledgement can distract us from pursuing our true goals and values. Detaching from this cycle doesn't mean ignoring feedback or isolating ourselves from others. It means prioritizing intrinsic motivations over external rewards. When we shift our focus inward, we gain clarity about what genuinely matters to us, empowering us to act authentically and with purpose. Epictetus, one of Stoicism's most influential teachers, emphasized the importance of finding self-worth within ourselves, rather than in the opinions of others. He believed that our true value lies in our ability to live virtuously and rationally, independent of external circumstances. According to Epictetus, those who chase approval are like actors performing for an audience, always at the mercy of applause. By breaking free from this dependence, we reclaim our autonomy and discover a more stable, enduring form of happiness. Practicing this principle in daily life can begin with simple yet impactful steps. For instance, consider limiting your use of social media or taking regular breaks to refocus on intrinsic goals. Use this time to reflect on your values, pursue a personal project, or engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment without requiring external recognition. These moments of introspection allow you to realign with what truly matters, building confidence in your own judgment and decisions. Detaching from external validation doesn't mean dismissing the opinions of others entirely. Constructive feedback and meaningful relationships can guide us toward growth and self-improvement. However, the Stoics remind us that our worth is not determined by how others perceive us, but by how we live according to our principles. By practicing this detachment, we free ourselves from the constant need for approval and gain the courage to follow our own path. This inner freedom is a powerful source of peace, resilience, and genuine happiness. It allows us to live authentically, true to ourselves, and focused on what truly makes life meaningful. Accept pain as part of life. Pain and adversity are inescapable aspects of the human experience, and Stoicism offers a powerful perspective on how to face them. Instead of resisting or fearing pain, Stoic philosophy encourages us to accept it as a natural and essential part of life. This acceptance does not mean passively enduring suffering, but rather understanding that challenges often pave the way for growth, strength, and self-discovery. By reframing pain as an opportunity for resilience, we can transform difficult experiences into stepping stones toward personal development. The Stoics recognized that trying to avoid or deny pain only amplifies its impact. Life is unpredictable, and suffering, whether physical, emotional, or situational, is inevitable. However, Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. By adopting a mindset of acceptance, we reduce the emotional toll of hardship and focus on how we can grow through the experience. This shift in perspective allows us to confront pain with courage and dignity, rather than despair or avoidance. Modern psychology has validated many of these Stoic ideas, particularly the concept of reframing challenges. Therapists often use cognitive behavioral techniques inspired by Stoicism to help clients reframe negative experiences. For example, instead of viewing a setback as a failure, a person might see it as a lesson in perseverance or an opportunity to develop problem-solving skills. This approach fosters emotional resilience and helps individuals navigate life's difficulties with a sense of purpose and control. A practical way to incorporate this principle into your daily life is to consciously reframe challenges as they arise. When faced with a difficulty, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger? This simple shift in thinking can significantly alter how you perceive and handle adversity. Over time, you'll find that even the most daunting obstacles can carry valuable lessons, and your ability to endure and thrive will grow. The writings of Marcus Aurelius exemplify this principle. As a Roman emperor, he encountered countless hardships, from political betrayals to personal losses. Yet he approached each challenge with the belief that adversity was an opportunity to practice virtue and build character. His reflections remind us that pain is not the enemy. It is a teacher, offering us the chance to grow stronger and wiser. Accepting pain as part of life is not about minimizing suffering, but about finding meaning within it. This perspective empowers us to face life's difficulties with courage and adaptability, knowing that each challenge is a chance to refine our character. By embracing this Stoic principle, we can transform adversity into growth and cultivate a deeper sense of purpose and resilience. In doing so, we learn to navigate life with grace, strength, and an unshakable inner peace. Simplify and be content. In a world overflowing with distractions, possessions, and endless to-do lists, the Stoic principle of simplicity serves as a much-needed antidote. The Stoics believe that happiness and contentment are not found in accumulating more, but in appreciating what is essential and letting go of what is unnecessary. Simplifying our lives, whether materially or mentally, creates space for clarity, focus, and genuine joy. By cutting through the noise of excess, we can turn our attention to what truly matters: our relationships, our values, and our purpose. Simplicity is not about deprivation or asceticism. It's about intentionality. It's about discerning between what adds meaning and fulfillment to our lives and what merely clutters our minds and spaces. When we let go of the excess, be it physical possessions, unrealistic expectations, or constant busyness, we gain the freedom to live more deliberately. This clarity allows us to focus on what brings genuine happiness, like spending time with loved ones, pursuing meaningful work, or simply enjoying the present moment. Seneca, one of Stoicism's greatest voices, wrote extensively about the virtues of simplicity and moderation. He observed that the pursuit of luxury and excess often leads to dissatisfaction because it creates a never-ending cycle of wanting more. In contrast, finding joy in simplicity teaches us to appreciate what we already have and reminds us that the essentials for a good life are often far fewer than we think. Seneca's reflections continue to resonate, offering timeless wisdom on how less can truly be more. Incorporating simplicity into your life can start with small, practical steps. For instance, you might choose to declutter one area of your home or life each month, whether it's a closet overflowing with unused items or a mental space cluttered with unnecessary commitments. As you let go of what no longer serves you, you'll begin to notice a sense of lightness and freedom. This process isn't just about physical tidiness. It's about aligning your environment and mindset with your values and priorities. Simplicity also encourages contentment, a core element of Stoic happiness. When we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have, we cultivate gratitude and peace. By embracing moderation and letting go of the constant desire for more, we free ourselves from the stress of comparison and the chase for unattainable perfection. Instead, we find joy in the small, often overlooked aspects of life: a shared laugh, a quiet moment, or the satisfaction of a job well done. The beauty of simplicity is that it doesn't demand drastic changes or sacrifices. It asks only that we pause, reflect, and choose what truly matters. By adopting the Stoic principle, we can strip away the distractions and excess that weigh us down, uncovering a life of greater contentment and meaning. In simplicity, we find not only clarity, but also the deep and abiding happiness that comes from living in harmony with our values. Build strength in adversity. Adversity is an inevitable part of life, and the Stoics believed that it is through hardship that we discover our true strength and resilience. Challenges, no matter how daunting they may seem, are opportunities to practice virtue, refine our character, and develop the fortitude to face life's unpredictability with grace. For the Stoics, adversity was not something to be feared or avoided, but rather embraced as a teacher that sharpens our mental and emotional resolve. This perspective shifts the narrative around difficulties. Instead of viewing challenges as unfair burdens or insurmountable obstacles, Stoicism encourages us to see them as tests that reveal what we are capable of. When we approach adversity with a mindset of growth and self-improvement, we transform hardships into stepping stones toward greater strength and wisdom. This is not to diminish the pain or difficulty of struggles, but to acknowledge their potential to shape us into more resilient and virtuous individuals. The life of Admiral James Stockdale offers a profound example of this principle in action. During his imprisonment as a prisoner of war in Vietnam, Stockdale endured unimaginable suffering. Yet he credited Stoic philosophy with helping him survive and maintain his mental clarity. He focused on what he could control: his thoughts, his reactions, and his sense of purpose, while accepting the harsh realities of his situation. For Stockdale, adversity was not the end of his story, but a proving ground for the resilience and wisdom he had cultivated through Stoicism. In our own lives, we can practice this principle by reflecting on past challenges and how they have contributed to our growth. Consider a difficulty you have faced, whether it was a personal loss, a professional setback, or a moment of self-doubt. What did you learn from that experience? How did it shape your perspective or strengthen your resolve? By identifying the lessons and growth that stemmed from adversity, you build a mindset that welcomes challenges as opportunities for improvement rather than threats to your well-being. This practice also prepares you for future difficulties. When adversity strikes, the Stoic mindset helps you remain calm and focused, knowing that hardship is a natural part of life's journey. It reminds you that while you may not control the challenges you face, you always control how you respond. Each response is an opportunity to cultivate virtues such as courage, patience, and perseverance. Building strength in adversity is not about denying the reality of pain or struggle. It's about choosing how we rise in the face of it. By practicing this principle, we develop a resilience that allows us to navigate life's storms with confidence and purpose. Adversity becomes not a source of despair, but a pathway to growth, revealing the depths of our inner strength and preparing us to face whatever comes next with an unshakable spirit. Through this lens, every challenge is a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more aligned with the virtues that define a meaningful life. The timeless appeal of Stoic principles lies in their ability to foster a deeper, more lasting form of happiness, one rooted in resilience, inner peace, and emotional stability. Far from being abstract or theoretical, these principles align closely with modern psychological research, which underscores their effectiveness in improving mental well-being. By cultivating practices such as gratitude, mindfulness, and acceptance, Stoicism empowers us to navigate life's challenges with grace and clarity, reducing stress and enhancing our overall sense of fulfillment. Gratitude, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, has been shown to significantly boost happiness and mental health. Studies reveal that individuals who regularly practice gratitude experience greater satisfaction with life, lower levels of anxiety, and stronger relationships. By focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, gratitude shifts our perspective and allows us to find joy in the present moment. Similarly, mindfulness, another key Stoic practice, encourages us to stay anchored in the here and now, rather than being consumed by regrets about the past or worries about the future. This focus on the present reduces emotional turbulence and helps us approach life with greater composure. Acceptance, another vital Stoic principle, teaches us to embrace life as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. This practice has powerful psychological benefits, enabling us to let go of frustration and disappointment over things beyond our control. Research supports the idea that accepting life's uncertainties fosters resilience and helps us recover more quickly from setbacks. By focusing on what we can influence, our actions, attitudes, and choices, we regain a sense of agency and find a path forward even in difficult circumstances. At the heart of Stoicism is the idea that true happiness arises from living virtuously and in harmony with our values. When we act with integrity, fairness, and kindness, we build a life that is not only meaningful, but also deeply satisfying. This alignment between our actions and our principles creates a stable foundation for emotional well-being, one that is not easily shaken by external events. By prioritizing virtue over fleeting pleasures or material gains, we discover a form of happiness that is enduring and resilient. Ultimately, Stoic principles lead to happiness because they provide a roadmap for living with purpose and intention. They teach us how to navigate life's inevitable challenges, transform adversity into growth, and focus on what truly matters. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we cultivate a mindset that is both calm and courageous, allowing us to face the world with confidence and peace. In this way, Stoicism offers not just a philosophy, but a way of life that brings us closer to the enduring happiness we all seek. Integrating Stoicism into your daily life doesn't require a dramatic overhaul or a deep dive into ancient philosophy. In fact, the beauty of Stoicism lies in its simplicity and practicality. It offers small, meaningful steps that anyone can take to build resilience, enhance self-awareness, and create a more fulfilling life. If you're ready to embrace Stoic principles, the first step is to approach the process with curiosity and a willingness to learn. You don't need to master everything at once. Stoicism is a lifelong journey of growth and reflection. Start by focusing on one principle that resonates most with you. For instance, you might begin by practicing gratitude, a foundational Stoic idea that shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. Each day, take a few minutes to reflect on the things you're thankful for, no matter how small they may seem. This simple habit can profoundly change your perspective, helping you cultivate a sense of contentment and appreciation for the present moment. Another great starting point is the practice of distinguishing between what you can and cannot control. Spend a few minutes each day reflecting on situations that may be causing you stress or frustration. Identify the aspects within your control, your actions, thoughts, and responses, and redirect your energy toward those. Let go of the things beyond your influence, whether it's someone else's opinion or an unpredictable event. This practice not only reduces anxiety, but also empowers you to approach life with clarity and focus. Reflection is a key component of Stoicism, and dedicating just 10 minutes a day to this practice can have a significant impact. Use this time to assess how you've applied Stoic principles throughout the day. Were your actions aligned with your values? Did you approach challenges with patience and resilience? By regularly engaging in this self-examination, you'll deepen your understanding of Stoicism and create a stronger connection to its teachings. To guide your journey, consider turning to accessible resources like the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. This modern interpretation of Stoic philosophy offers daily insights and exercises to help you incorporate Stoic wisdom into your life. It's an excellent starting point for beginners and a valuable resource for those seeking to deepen their practice. Remember, the path to embracing Stoicism is not about perfection, but progress. Start small, remain consistent, and be patient with yourself as you explore this transformative philosophy. Over time, you'll find that these practices become second nature, equipping you with the tools to navigate life's challenges with strength, clarity, and purpose. By taking these first steps today, you begin a journey toward a more balanced and meaningful life, grounded in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Stoicism is far more than an ancient philosophy. It is a timeless and practical guide to navigating life with resilience, purpose, and inner peace. Its principles offer a profound yet accessible framework for transforming the way we think, act, and respond to the world around us. By adopting even one of the 13 Stoic principles, you can take the first step toward building a mindset that thrives in the face of adversity, finding stability amidst life's uncertainties, and cultivating happiness that is rooted in gratitude and virtue. Imagine living a life where external chaos no longer dictates your inner state, where challenges are met with calm resolve, and where each day feels meaningful. Through Stoicism, you gain the tools to achieve this balance, learning to let go of what you cannot control and focusing on what truly matters. Gratitude replaces dissatisfaction as you learn to appreciate the present moment and self-discipline empowers you to align your actions with your values. Each principle you adopt contributes to a stronger, wiser, and more centered version of yourself. The beauty of Stoicism is its adaptability. You don't have to master everything at once. Choose a principle that resonates with you, whether it's practicing gratitude, embracing challenges, or focusing on what you can control, and integrate it into your daily life. These small but consistent steps will create a ripple effect, gradually transforming your perspective and empowering you to live with greater clarity and purpose. As you begin this journey, take a moment to reflect. Which Stoic principle will you start practicing today? Your choice marks the beginning of a more fulfilling and intentional life. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so share your reflections in the comments. And if you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit from a little Stoic wisdom. Together, let's spread the philosophy that has endured for centuries and continues to inspire countless lives.